Greetings, community. It's me, Kevin, Entropy in Comics, and this is my first show of Spec So, which literally is just that. What I'm going to be doing is talking about a few books that I personally am specking on, and no beating around the bush, no long-winded explanations, just real quick. Pretty much what I'm just picking for this week. Just a few books. And without further ado, I'd say you're probably ready for me to start talking about some books I'd spec. So let's go ahead and talk about a few spec books that I'm looking at personally. It's nothing I'm recommending you to check out, but this is all I'm saying is this is what I'm personally picking up. Before I do, I just want to recognize two individuals that decided to hang out with me. Las Cruces, thank you for hanging out, and Mark. Appreciate you being here, buddy. So hey, so these are the books I'll just really quickly be going over. What's your given name? Actually, it is Kevin. Yeah, spelled as that. Same with my middle name. It's Ray. R-E-Y as a Spanish king as a reference. So yeah, there's a lot of E's thrown in my name. All right. So hey, I'm gonna first talk about Thor. I've been reading Thor since issue 1. Kai and I actually got issue 1 blank signed by Donny Cates and a sketch done by him. I believe that this is something that will be long lasting as far as what he wanted, even what he did with Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer, he ended up essentially rewriting the whole Marvel universe in that. So getting back to Thor, I just believe if I'm throwing patterns in there, how and what was significant in issue 6 possibly could be happening if we're looking at patterns by issue 12 being coming out on this Wednesday. So that's one of the things I'm specking on. Me personally, I am picking up 5 issues. It would be 2 of the cover A, 2 of the B, and 1 of the C. Moving on, haha, number 2. Well, both with the obvious success of Ice Cream Man, horror in general, anthologies in general, and what's been happening with I hope that you've seen the video that I made mention of Image and how I believe that they're going to be progressing throughout the year. Being that haha follows under that umbrella of Image Corp, they are not only is the issue going to be significant in the sense of what's transpiring in the whole miniseries, but as a whole, it's going to be looked upon as something that's going to be significant, being that it was only a miniseries and not an ongoing series, much like Ice Cream Man is. So it will be, I think, even more sought after which it's come and gone than it is now. So, haha, number 2 comes out tomorrow. What I'm doing is I've picked up to maintain, how should I say, just regular publishing style of acquiring of the books. I have gotten cover A, cover B, the blank covers, 2 of each. On issue 2, I'm going to do the same, cover A, cover B. That theme will carry all the way through. It's my belief that I'm also seeing the trend now, but when I was a person first starting picking up series, I always believe that people would appreciate buying a whole run of something, miniseries or arc or whatever, than just the key. And as a seller, it's also better because then you can end up selling a lot, and not only a lot, but you get a lot. Moving on, King of Black. King of Black, Gwenum versus Carnage. Second print comes out tomorrow. That it looks to me to be a very killer cover. Also, it looks to be something that's significant as far as in print run. It's significantly less. It's not one of those things that they purposely rushed right to the printers right after the first issue came out, even before the first issue's print got sold out, as much as it was significantly sold out. Along with that, this is my belief, and I am specking on this book. I'm buying like I think it was 3 covers of A and 2 of the B, and this is something that I'm carrying all the way through. It's only a 3-issue miniseries. It's my belief that this is something that could be long lasting. And what I mean by that is the there's not a whole lot of antagonists going on with the protagonist character of Gwen Stacy. Outside of the whole wolf thing, I'm not going to get in all. What I'm getting at is it would play into the hands of Marvel to have a long-lasting character like Mary Jane place an anti-role against Gwen Stacy in that universe that could even carry over to this universe, but would significantly, take a major role in her own universe, which would be something long lasting. And it could actually even be done something that they've already tapped into just by pulling off of what Donny Cates has already laid in the roots of the long lasting run of what has been laid in line and is spoken of in Absolute Carnage, which is the whole codex aspect. Once Mary Jane has the codex, even in a synthetic form, into her, it could play out as something that could be long lasting in that universe for Gwen Stacy, and that's why I believe that this is a decent spec. Yo, Dylan, how you be? Hope all is well with you. I'm just touching on a few spec books that are coming out for tomorrow. And, full transparency. Yeah, let me try to do that one again. Full transparency. What I'm talking about is the actual books that I'm picking up and the amount of books that I'm picking up of those books that I'm talking about. I'm not getting too long-winded about it, but I'm also giving some reason and explanation why I'm looking at these books. So being that you probably signed on for the same reason to check it out, I expect so. Let's get back to it. So Miles Morales, number 23. I'm looking at issue 23 is a 1 in 10 ratio buy. And as far as specking, if I can go ahead and grab one, I want to. As far as an overall storytelling, I don't really know significantly if there's anything transpiring outside of what's been going on in the clone thing. I think there's a more of a major role playing out in last issue, even though there's stuff carrying over in this issue. And I also believe that the next issue might be something hard hitting on 24 through 25 on Miles more than possibly this one. Don't take my total word for it. Like I said, what I'm getting to is I'm actually going to pick up, if I can, a Miles Morales 23 on the 1 in 10 ratio. That's my spec. Only going to try to get one. That's me. Moving on. TMMT comes out tomorrow. The Last Ronin, number 2. I've actually picked up. Now, I try to get a third one, which I end up finding out that they end up shooting me down. So I got allocated. I ended up receiving 2 of the 1 in 10 ratios and 2 of the issue cover A's, I guess I can call it, of the first issue. I am looking at the second issue as far as getting a regular cover A. I already had that pre-ordered, but it's trying to get over a 1 in 10 ratio. That is a goal of mine I'm going to try to obtain. I've not been able to nail down anyone that's been able to get me one for under $30, and if I have to, that's probably where I'm leaning to. The goal is to try to get all the 1 in 10s all the way through. There is, if you looked in also the videos that I put out earlier, there is, I put one talking about Turtles. There is a hold on the release again, so there's going to be a push. It doesn't look like all these things are going to be able to come out within they're hoping within a 6-month time period. As we're already looking at best, they're going to be looking at maybe 10 months. So that's what I'm believing that they're shooting for from the time period from the first time that the first issue launched to the time that the last one will arrive. It'll probably be as much as 10 months. I believe I end up covering pretty much everything. That is everything. And I would expect that you guys got something out of this. I would hope so. That's what I'm looking for. Ben, I appreciate you being here. I just want to jump in and out. I didn't want to make this a whole long show. I want you guys to be able to get to a core of exactly what I'm looking at for a far look down the road. See how I did that? Because that is the name of the show that I work with on Carolina Chris 26 is Basically what I just said. I highly recommend checking that show out. I've only done one with Chris. I am looking to possibly do another one with a special guest. One of those special guests is actually in our chat right now. And, I'm not really going to say who that individual is. Well, I'm just going to go ahead. Let's give you a little hint. But what we'll be doing is we'll end up looking at books that are coming out a good 9 weeks in advance. And then as we get closer to FOC down the road, I may end up dropping something that's significant as far as what, and that's on Spec News, what I believe that you should be looking out for. And then when it comes time to the day before 2 or 3, when I have an opportunity, I'll be dropping this at Spec So, which are the exact books that I be personally picking up, along with, as I just showed you, the reason why, how many I'm picking up. And if there's anything that you're specking on, you tell me. I'm curious. And, from me at Entropy, I appreciate you. As always, you stay well, you stay healthy. And until next time, I'm out.